This is the Kuberg Freerider. Okay, so if you haven't heard of Kuberg before, they're a smaller European brand. They actually have quite a few models. They have a couple of full-size bikes that are different frames and power levels, and they also have a lot of kids models, which we're actually going to do some reviews on as well. This particular model is called the Freerider. It's sort of their single-track trail model, so it's something that we're really interested in because we really like to do a lot of that kind of riding. One of the big selling points of this bike is its weight. It's really light compared to a Talaria or Sur-Ron. This is the highest spec model with the largest battery you can get, and it's still under 100 pounds. So this bike's sitting 97 pounds. So this bike comes in a couple of unique specs. It actually comes complete with all the same parts, and the different models that you pick between, the only changes are going to be the motor power. So you can do an 8 kilowatt, a 12 kilowatt, and a 14 kilowatt tune. And then there's two battery sizes. You can do a 20 amp hour or a 30 amp hour. This model here is the 14 kilowatt, 30 amp hour. So this is a very fast bike. This will cream our Talaria Stings. So pretty fun to get on it, especially with it weighing so little. That under 100 pounds, it just feels very different. So all the same parts are going to come on each model no matter what battery size or power level that you choose. This is a higher spec bike than a Talaria or a Sur-Ron is going to come. So that's one of the benefits of picking up one of these. Your price ranges are going to be they start at $5,500 and go up to $7,800. So this is the $7,800 model here. But again, all the same parts are going to flow between. So you've got a Manitou Dorado Expert up front, which is a very nice fork. It's the same fork that I just put on my bike. Very, very plush, and it works extremely well because the bike is lighter. So you're closer to that electric mountain bike weight. Another benefit to this Kuberg is the simplicity. So as you can see, there's no gearbox. All you have is the motor right here, which spins just straight up onto the chain. So you've got a big sprocket here, which allows it to have a lot of torque where you need it. Very simple frame. Rear shock is easy to get to. It's just right there. You've got simple pegs. It also comes with two different wheel sizes. So you can get this in, they call it a 20-inch and a 24-inch, but those sizes refer to mountain bike tire sizes. This is the 24-inch model, but as you can see, it looks a lot smaller than a typical mountain bike 24. This is a 19-inch moto wheel. So it's essentially the same as a Talaria or a Sur-Ron. The smaller wheeled option is more like a 16-inch moto tire, so it's significantly smaller. Could be even smaller than that. But it's a pretty fun bike to ride. Okay guys, we're gonna go over some pros of the bike. First off, we have the high quality parts that it comes with. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is it does come with a domino throttle, which is widely considered one of the highest end throttles that you can put on your e-bike. That's something I'm looking into putting on my bike. Another thing that's nice about this bike is how high the seat is. So as a taller rider, you're gonna be pretty comfortable on this bike. I'm 6'3", so I kind of look like a goof when I'm riding my Talaria, but I look a little bit more better proportioned on this bike. It also has very tall clearance. As you can see, it's sitting on a full moto stand, and the tires they're touching the ground. The back's just barely off, the front's touching. So you're able to get over tall rocks and logs and things fairly easy. And then there's the build quality. It's very well put together. There is no rattles, there's no vibrations, like it is solid. The battery is removable, but it is bolted in. So it's not like you're gonna hot swap this battery really quickly, but it is removable and bolted in so it doesn't wobble. You don't have to shim it. It's solid in there, it's good to go. You have a chain tensioner, so that keeps your chain nice and snug. You don't have to keep loosening and tightening your wheel every time your chain stretches. It just is going to be set up and good to go. Yeah, so the bike just, it feels good when you ride it. It feels light, it feels solid, it feels well put together. What else am I missing here? Cons. Oh yeah, some cons, huh? Okay, so remember how I was talking about how there was 2 battery sizes? They're both pretty small batteries, and I definitely wouldn't recommend going with the smaller battery option because you're gonna be out pretty fast. The bigger option does better, but still at 12 or 14 kilowatts on this bike, you're gonna be running out pretty quick. So I think this is not the bike if you wanna do a 3 or a 4 hour ride, okay? Some other cons are very narrow bar. As you can see, like this is, I mean, you're 6 inches too narrow on this bar. This is a stock Talaria bar. So we've got 2.5, 3 inches on each side. I know some of you guys are familiar with that length.
Got him!
And this is narrower than the upgraded bar we put on our Talarias. So that is one upgrade I would recommend doing if you pick up this bike. No, it comes with a pretty narrow bar. What else? It has no display. So come take a look at this, Alex. There is no screen, no speedometer, no odometer. You can't tell how far you've ridden, which is a pro and a con because when you go to sell this bike, the person buying it isn't gonna know how many miles you put on it because there's no way to tell. So that's one bummer. There also is no real way to know your exact battery level or percentage. So when you turn it on here, you have a little safety thing. Bike turns on. If your battery's fully charged, Dory. If your battery's fully charged, it's green. It will eventually go to orange and then red. So you sort of have a little bit of a general idea if your battery's getting low, but it's not quite like a Talaria or a Sur-Ron where you've got a very specific percentage that you can trust to a good point. So there's some benefits to this bike. There's also some cons, but all in all, it's a very fun bike, very fast. Oh, one more thing. The chain is loud.
Very loud.
Very loud. All right, guys, as you saw, it's very loud. It's also freaking fast. Talaria versus Kuberg. And he's gone. So we'll throw in a quick clip of it smoking our stock Talaria Sting. And that's gonna wrap up this review. Just wanna say this is not sponsored by Kuberg. They did not send us these bikes. We just have some friends with these models and they really enjoy them. So we thought we'd give them a review for you guys, and we'll be doing some more of their kids bikes for the younger riders, and then they also have another full-size model that's very different to this one. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next video. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
See you guys.
Sorry, I can't really think because I'm smelling my fart, but